Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Ah, Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the price. You might throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block! Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Me mess up my system around here, so just give me a chance. Let me fix it back. Bear with me. The screen share must go in there, and you stay up there. Morning, everybody. Morning, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Somebody will get rich just like they did in COVID. If you follow parliaments around the world, after a natural disaster, the first meeting of Parliament is one of a somber mood. Not quite so for our Parliament in Jamaica yesterday. It was very robust and business as usual. The same trannyism starts again. But my mother is not in this building. Somewhere in St. Anne's, she might be. Certainly not in this building. And we're going to go back to the dereliccy of Black River this morning because we have questions to ask the Prime Minister, the Mayor of Black River, and Superintendent Minto. We also have questions to ask the Prime Minister and Colonel Charles in relation to the stolen relief that was stolen by George Wright yesterday, the wife-beaten former JLP MP, George Wright, who stole the resources, the emergency relief for the people of Westmoreland yesterday. The Integrity Commission is also asking the public to be vigilant and inform them of any untowards with the hurricane relief. So, bits and pieces this morning. $10 million with your rebuild. 10, yes, $10 million. An MP driven thing. We'll explain to the Prime Minister this morning how it would be better done by bureaucrats rather than the MP. Morning, everybody. Morning, and welcome to my battered and shattered community of parity and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning, and once again, condolences to my family and community for the passing of Teddy, one of my family member, which is the consequences of the aftermath of Melissa. How do everybody? Prime Minister and ODPEM, because we were of the belief, you see, that ADPEM, as we were told on the OPM website, that ADPEM is under the Prime Minister's auspice. We are now being told that ODPEM is being reassigned to the Prime Minister's office. What we're asking the Prime Minister now to explain to the public, during the period before you take back ADPEM into the Office of Plenty Ministry, where was ADPEM being operated from? Because for all we know, that's the information we got from the government. ODPEM operates from the Office of the Prime Minister. ODPEM is chaired by the Prime Minister. But the Prime Minister is taking back ADPEM into his office to strengthen logistical collaboration with the Jamaica Defense Force, which the Prime Minister commands. Now, this is similar, and if you go to the website of the Office of the Political Ombudsman, even recently this year, I haven't checked it this morning, I must honestly say that, to see if Donna Parchment Brown is still listed as the Ombudsman, which she was up until this year, even after the Prime Minister refused to reappoint her in 2021 and then collapse the office and subsume it into the ECJ, into his ministry. The information on the website, was that still done a parchment brown? And it is the same thing with, now we're finding out with ADPEM, that ADPEM wasn't being operated from the Prime Minister's office or under the auspice of the Prime Minister's office, as we knew, and as the information on the Prime Minister's website, the OPM website, suggests. So the Prime Minister is under duty to explain to the nation how long ADPEM come out of OPM, where ADPEM was being oversight from. These are critical information, because we thought during the preparation of Beryl, during the preparation of Melissa and all of that, all of this was being coordinated from OPM. Now we're being told now that Prime Minister is taking back OPM under his watch. I don't understand it. And I hope the Jamaican people will question the Prime Ministers to give us, I don't know, anyway. George Wright, Andrew Holness. I didn't clip out that video. Hold on, let me find Teeth in George Wright there. I didn't clip out that video, but if you were watching I don't know, the United Nations wrote a speech and sent to the Prime Minister yesterday to read to the nation. Not sure if the Prime Minister understood what he was reading. Not sure either if I understood what the Prime Minister was trying to say to the nation. But we'll get to the $10 million part of it. If you were watching the brouhaha in Parliament yesterday, you would have heard Dwayne Vaz told us of an incident or of a carefully planned political maneuvering. The emergency relief is arranged to Pernell Charles's office that was airdropped to Westmoreland in Dwayne Vaz's constituency. George Wright took control of the relief. That relief that must be coordinated, if we're listening to what the government is saying, the trickle-down line, must be coordinated through the MP's office. That's question for Pernell Charles and Andrew Holness to answer to the nation. How the emergency supply for the people get to George Wright and what happened to it. Because I have some video for play, so make us speed up on where I want to ask it. Now, the COVID relief grant Prime Minister, which will be much of a nothing. The part Prime Minister is not the money that bothers me, because we don't give more than the highest, we don't give KFC money. So, Flight Green, hey, oh, there's so much to talk about this morning. Flight Green came to party on Sunday night with KFC, kids meal, 9 o'clock, kids meal, 1-piece chicken, 1 biscuit and chips and a drinks. Kids meal, Flight Green. That's the first they saw of you. KFC, 9 a.m., Sunday night, kids meal. Yes, that's what Flight Green brought or bought to party. Whatever the word, the whole of the mixed meal. The Melissa Relief Fund. The Melissa Relief Fund, Prime Minister. What I think would work best if we want to cut out the politics and the political corruption out of it is what you ought to have done is create a Melissa Relief Fund operated by bureaucrats and technocrats with the oversight, Prime Minister, of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. What that would done, that's a national framework, Prime Minister, where everybody who is affected after the assessment and people property are individually assessed, they make an application to that bureaucratically run COVID Melissa Relief Fund. Rather than, Prime Minister, the 10,000, the 10 million, can sound like 1,000 in this year. Insurance, to insurance, and open money from all over the world. You wonder if they're keeping concert in so much a different country. I could listen to the Prime Minister because the party can't explain out a mouth. It only can explain out of the Prime Minister open hole. Because there's mouth and there's hole that opens. Where is it?
Across the island, our first priority has been to deliver food, water, and medical support to every affected community. But we know that beyond these essentials, the greatest need is now shelter. Too many of our brothers and sisters have lost the very roofs over their heads. To address this urgent need, I am announcing a building support program for households in the most affected parishes as follows, and this will be an MP-driven program again. St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney. $10 million will be allocated to each constituency in those parishes. You know, there was a debate in this house about whether or not any distribution to MPs should be done on a constituency basis equally. And I am of the view that every seat is equal. But in a disaster, that cannot hold. In a disaster, that cannot hold. In a disaster, that cannot hold. And I hope that MPs who were not as badly affected will not put pressure on me to make increased allocation. And so 10 million to the affected constituencies. Let me repeat: St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney. For St. Anne, Manchester, and Clarendon, for St. Anne, Manchester, and Clarendon, $5 million will be allocated to each constituency. For St. Anne, Manchester. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you for it. Thank you for reminding me. No, it didn't. Unless they made an error correctly. But Manchester really should be the 5. I will resolve it. No, there might very well be an error in it, but yes, no. I mean that Manchester really should be 5. But let me resolve it. You're really listening. I appreciate that. All right. I will resolve it. Forgive. There's an error, obviously, in the speech. I will resolve it. I will resolve it. And for the other constituencies, $3 million per constituency. I think it's a fair distribution based upon everything that we have to go through. The letters, we will send the letters out, and I will resolve the issue with Manchester.
$10 million. Now, this is to help with the rebuilding of homes. And also to understand it. St. Elizabeth, $10 million. Now, if you look at the houses on the coastline from Junction to Black River, $10 million Prime Minister. Not to mention people inland on the coastline who have completely lost their home. People further inland who have lost their roofs, and some of them the complete homes. $10 million Prime Minister. That can't even help the labor rights in a St. Elizabeth, because Floyd Green is one MP will cater to labor rights. So PNP in a St. Elizabeth, all on the party PNP, one has zilch. Zilch, I get. $10 million. When we get so much, we're gonna get so much insurance money, and we get so much international aid, so much international funding. You, the people who were ravished, the Prime Minister can only support the constituency with $10 million. A constituency like Floyd Green constituency, which was ravished from top to bottom, right across Southwest St. Elizabeth, was scraped up and fling and thrown. $10 million for building support fund, which will be run by the MP. You have to go through the MP. That's why Mr. Prime Minister, them something here. It should be a pool of national money, Prime Minister, that every Jamaicans affected by burial can apply based on the assessment of their property, Prime Minister. Giving an MP $10 million, an MP like Floyd Green, an MP like Dayton Campbell, an MP like Dwayne Vaz, an MP like Jess, an MP like, what the other St. Elizabeth MP name? $10 million Prime Minister. How much people you think, looking at the devastation across St. Elizabeth, how roofs are damaged no matter how modern your structure is. Yes, Melissa, sorry. How much, Prime Minister, you think $10 million? $10 million. $10 million can't even solve the problem in a parity alone. If it's building support, it would have been a hard stretch to deal with just my community alone out of $10 million. Hard stretch, Prime Minister. But that speech the Prime Minister read or confused his way through yesterday. That speech was written by the United Nations bureaucrat and was sent to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister didn't even have time. If you listen to the Prime Minister reading after the paper where United Nations sent Kongim, the Prime Minister never even understand in just a book and I go through so. The jollification of their mood yesterday, I mean, it's like somebody was pricking me with a knife. How jollified on both sides of the kind PNP and Labour, right? How jollified our parliament was yesterday after the worst disaster we have ever experienced in our life. Parliaments around the world normally are in a somber mood. The first meeting after such a shocking disaster that shocks the psyche of the Jamaica people. Never since slavery had we had something that shocks the psyche of the Jamaica people. Parliament was jollified yesterday. Labor rights and PNP was being so cordial to each other, so jollified. What a bomber blood clot staging that was yesterday. With a prime minister mumbling and fumbling his way through a document written from somewhere over yonder. This disaster is going to let a lot of people catch up. Because one of the things they care about, neither Labour right nor PNP gives a fuck. They were quite all right yesterday. That was not the mood of a parliament with dead bodies in our country uncollected. Dead bodies have to be buried by those communities. Jamaicans on the street begging for food and water. Jamaicans are sleeping in the element. Parliament was jollified yesterday. Labour Right and PNP, Dog and Jankro, shame on you. PNP Dog and Labour Right Jankro, shame. Shame on the entire caucus of you. While the Prime Minister was making pronouncement of Black River as ground zero, the day after the hurricane, when he flew over St. Elizabeth, while the Prime Minister and the superintendent of Black River and the mayor stood in Black River the day after Melissa, dead body was in the town of Black River, which they refuse to tell us about. Because Conroy Anderson got to Black River about 2 days after Melissa. 2-3 days after Melissa, because they did Mandeville and other places, Conroy and Juba ends. They did Mandeville and other places before they got to Black River. But when they got there, dead body was on the street in Black River. But because we're vloggers, because our mainstream media has not told us anything of such you like. Uno me a seat, and me no seat, but me no hear anything of such you like from mainstream media. And this young man went to Black River days after Melissa.
Dead people. Say it again, bro.
Black River, after the Prime Minister, the superintendent of Black River, the superintendent of Black River, the Prime Minister, the mayor for Black River, while they were giving their speech, dead body was in Black River and nobody told us. You mean Mento was posting on the Jamaica Defense Facebook website right through the hurricane? That's how we got to saw the deluge of Black River Hospital and the Black River coastline before the storm was over. Minto, Coleridge Minto, was the one who was posting a lot of what happened to Black River for us to see. But there was dead body at that time that Minto did not see. What was the police, the fire brigade, and the JDF, because we have JDF station in Black River, what were they doing in the immediate aftermath? That vlogger come down a Black River, come find body pan road, and the media who called us vlogger is not aware of it. I don't think same thing now go on. Me confused. Me are confused.
Pass dead people.
Say it again, brother.
As we say, we pass a dead man on the ground.
On the ground, like in a town, yeah, so.
Right up this one.
So guys, we finally reaching at the heart of Black River town. So we are good on North Street right there. So if you don't know Black River,
I am quite certain that this wasn't on Wednesday. This would have been Thursday and beyond, because Wednesday I was watching Juba Ends and Conroy in Santa Cruz. They were in Santa Cruz and the surrounding the day after. They got to Black River about Thursday, Friday, closer to the weekend, was when they got to Black River. Dead body. Just a couple hundred meters from the Black River police station. Couple hundred meters from the Black River fire station. Dead body. While the Prime Minister toured Black River Town Center and declared it ground zero the day after. Dead body was on the street of Black River. What are they hiding? Why them no want to talk about the dead bodies? Why is the government not counting the dead body? Why the government not recover the dead bodies?
Pass dead people.
say it again, brother.
As we say, we pass a dead man on the ground.
On the ground, like in a town, yeah, so.
Right up this one.
So guys, we finally reaching at the heart of Black River town. So we are good on North Street right there. So if you don't know Black River, you don't know exactly where we're there. See? Guys, that's senior. And I'm not normal, trust me. When me up on my district up at Santa Cruz and here say Santa Cruz mash up, but when we come at Black River, I think something different. Trust me. Trust me, guys. JPS man, them they are putting some work too.
How much video wanna see out there? St. Elizabeth is painted. There's a competition between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland at the moment. Who is more badly damaged? St. Elizabeth, though, was declared as ground zero, particularly Black River and Parity. How much have you seen any video out there of Floyd Green doing anything? Can somebody, if you not see it, send it to me? Can we not see it yet? Floyd Green going like he doesn't have access to internet. They all have Skylink. Believe you me, don't let them fool you. My cousins, more of my cousins start getting through to me now. Cousin Myrna got through to me yesterday. We was on the phone for almost an hour because she went to Mandeville, so she got good reception up there. Cousin Rohan, he got to me twice from Parity yesterday. I spoke to Michelle as well. So I'm getting the chance to speak to more family member. Floyd Green, though. Floyd Green has Skylink. All you need with Skylink is a clear sky. Never mind. Have you seen Floyd Green? Other than taking picture with Shaggy, have you seen Floyd Green? We should have a hashtag. Have you seen Floyd Green?
Jesus Christ. JPS man. Alright man. Come back. See somebody there on that somebody else.
Jesus Christ, guys. Place them here flat. No, sir. See all over, I mark it over there, so it whole over there, so tear down completely, guys. We're in the heart of Black River Town, yes, up on the North Street. Trust me, this is not normal, guys. You hear me tell you. So right now we are approaching police station right now in a Black River. Jesus, guys, as far as your eyes.
The dead body was a couple 100 meters away from both the police station and the fire station. JDF camp on the wharf was ravished, but JDF down there, all three of those locked were there in the aftermath while them a walk up and down and take picture. You mean Coleridge Mento will walk around in a Black River from the morning after the hurricane, never have the operational sensibility to even check for bodies in the town after you see the derelicts? And if the body is there, Minto, that others can come from other part of the country, come see it before Black River Police Station. Don't tell me if something now gone.
Can see the whole of them place here mash up.
Somebody find Clyde Green, find Clyde Green and tell him saying consequence to mash up. That me I tell you now. And if Kashir are guilt, we can't find
Trust me, guys. Made it feel say Santa mash up master, but down at them place when me come on the ground and see it for myself, me think different, man. I swear, when I reach around on the seaside, it's alright. That's the way I take on the right now. I make you see what I go on. Oh, so good. Big boss, how you do? Blessings. So guys, we're there. We are checking. See what we're going. That's so good. So guys.
The Prime Minister, the Mayor of Black River, Coleridge Mento, and Floyd Green, and Christopher Tufton, who has been in Black River from the day after the hurricane. When the Prime Minister flew to St. Elizabeth, Chris Tufton and Floyd Green was there with him. The Mayor of Black River was there. Coleridge Mento was there. And dead body was lying, a dead man was lying on North Street. That vlogger and volunteer come down the confine and tell them, say, dead body round the North Street round there, which Coleridge Mento throughout the hurricane was going around the town and posting to us on the Jamaica Defense, the Jamaica Constabulary Force Facebook page and Instagram page. Dead body. Days after the passage of Melissa, dead body was lying on North Street in Black River. And if vlogger can see it, if volunteer can see it, Coleridge Mento saw it, the Prime Minister saw it, the Mayor saw it, the Minister of Agriculture saw it, the Minister of Health saw it, because they all toured the derelicts of Black River the day after the hurricane. Did they not? Or am I wrong? Did they not went into the town? They went up to Black River Hospital? Kiss me finny.
To the police station over here, sir. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, no, sir. Family, this is not man. General, big up.
Whatever on no clot we done with, and attack say a win and water. God go with you no. Whatever, when you move we out of the way, whatever on no clot we done with, and I tell we say a win and water, God go with you no. Then create a way in a parity where all one of my cousin house end up on an island on its own. God go with you know. Floyd Green, Andrew Holness, the Donald Trump, the United Nations, Harper and Florida University. God go with you know.
Man, see Black River Church over here, so. Jesus Christ, come through me, G. Guys, the whole of that church here, gone, flat. My God. Man?
This was once the Black River Parish Church, an old colonial structure, hundreds of years old.
Jesus Christ.
When some of the upper echelons of St. Elizabeth die, this is the church they all go to, parish church. Them flatten it.
No, sir. Oh. Yeah, man. Boy, trust me, all the Chinese man, them up there, so boy, they look sad. Everything they lose. But you see, greatest thing me always I say still for you have life. That's the greatest right now at this time right now. It don't make no sense here to worry about what you lose. Blessings with you. It don't make no sense right now. Trust me, it don't make no sense right now. A man are gonna get up and worry about where they lose to the amount of person where lose their life in a storm. See? Life is greatest, brother. Jesus Christ. So, all of them places are tear down, man. Jesus Christ. No, sir. No? Jesus Christ. They have a circle road, so what we already is. All of them places over here, so for the seaside, so.
The beautiful South Coast tourism, just saying.
Gone. All of them in this place where we used to hear, so everything shell out of them.
No, man. Parish Church of Black River get demolished completely. Party Seventh-day Adventist Church broke up like a bike in Japan. No, some of these things you have to laugh with. Okay? If you don't laugh, people like me will literally go mad. Party Adventist Church broke up like a bike in drop-off. The Pentecostal Church flattened as well. The Revival Church, my anti-church down at Seaside, the Revival Church broke up as well. I hope I broke up one. Only people drop off, only building drop off a bike down there. All the building them were turned to the sea. The sea just, if you don't knock down the building, it bat off the back part of it, or it cover up a hole of it with sand, or it dig out the sand from under it and it lean gone yonder so. Or in one case, I just the whole spot left there. And me I talk about wall structure. Because along that stretch of the line in a party, down at St. Elizabeth, we're not really big on board house. We have board house, but it's not something we're really big on, especially on the coastline. However, there's a few food for the poor house within the community, like over Bay House and over Cat Pass, which Cat Pass is over my grandmother family yard. We have a few food for the poor house over there and another community called Bay House, where we have a few food for the poor houses. But outside of that, the community have solid structure. It more the subsidence and the blown off roof for most people along the coastline. Those on the more firmer grounds, a lot of them is roof. I mean, I tell you, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to see how any MP, especially St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, Montego Bay, and so on, is going to use $10 million to help all of these people with building support, where some people lose entire, like over Windell them, it was about 4 or 5 bedroom house, double living room, carport and veranda, back veranda to the sea. The sea just set the whole motherfucking thing and gone, and just the house spot left there. House spot. I'm saying house spot, not house. Not that him broke up this and broke. House spot. Take grave. Broke up and bust up other house in the yard, because it's a yard with one Windell, Shamai, Rocco, Mini. About 4 or 5 houses. In take away one completely. In bus one in a 2. And in take off the roof off of one and windows. And then take off some of the back part, piece of the back part off of a minute. So this is just in a 1 yard, you know. This is just in 1 yard. Now, when you go further up, I know something I can explain people. So I don't know how $10 million, how the Prime Minister and the United Nations managed to vomit up that they can't tell the nation after we see them collect so much money, after we money pay insurance to insurance where we go get paid for, and we see donation and come from all abroad, money a collect, concert a keep. $10 million to a constituency like Flight Green, where the whole of it pull up and turn upside down. From Cheddar Beach all the way down to Black River, on the coastline and inland. And you think $10 million is enough for building support? Prime Minister? May I tell you, yonder in Jamaica, people are going to book a backy cross. Because the people of Jamaica who've gone through this trauma is watching the hope of money we want to collect. People out there counting up already.
Them business place here. Jesus Christ. Yes, my G, big up yourself. So, bossy, what going on?
Yeah, walking out.
Yeah. So, your house blew down next time too?
No, sir.
Okay. So, you're from here?
No, Barbie Hall.
Oh, Barbie Hall. So, the storm never really too hit the society too tough?
Yeah, man, hit them, keep on, but I did.
And the coast, you know?
Yeah, and then water not really. I'm the rain, you know?
Oh.
Like the sea, man.
So, they never get no water rise going on them something like that. That's the greatest, man. Give thanks, you know?
Just the rain, yeah?
Just the rain.
And the breeze.
And the breeze. So, look at water might blow in also.
Yeah.
All right, the general. Why? The church.
Yes, something there. Denise, money in a ADPEM, because ADPEM coordinate all of them things we are coming to the country. Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. The Prime Minister is managing disaster and emergency at the moment. I wonder if the Prime Minister gave that office to Pernell, gave that minister to Pernell Charles. But the Prime Minister need to tell us what the ministry did gone since I didn't take it back under arm. When he said billions and what would turn out to be Jamaica, trillions coming into the country. Eh? Prime Minister, that's not something I want to do this year. This year can't turn a road right here now. We can't reach all 10 of myself. Me reach more than one of myself during COVID. Right here now, me I go beg the American them duplicate me and reach more of me. How much have you got out of COVID up until now? How much help did you get out of Beryl? Do you think you will get any help from Melissa? Right now, me see if me book up any woman pan road that say their name Melissa. Me just say, go on your blood clot where you are. Just go on.
Yesterday for years, master. I see them. Yo, what G? My respect, man.
Yeah, man, how you dealing?
The day for the girl, you know, bro, G.
Original Conrad?
Yes, man, I me, man. Blessings, man. So the man name?
Yes, it's from Montego Bay, man.
Alright, big up yourself. Where from Montego Bay?
Yeah, man, we just had this one recovery.
Right.
As in, connect the hospital from...
Oh, so I don't know, the JPS slide, right?
No, man, we're from Eminem, Jamaica.
Okay, so they just clean up and stuff like that.
So we are just cleaning up. We are trying to get the roads and clear from here onto Savlamar.
Wow. Love that, man.
Yeah, man, so... I don't reach them over here, you know.
No reach them over here.
I don't reach them. We call the mother and she alright.
Wow.
I don't reach them yet, but...
The greatest.
At the end of the day, we have to have some sympathy.
Definitely, bro.
And Black Road, because this was worse.
Oh my God,
So
man.
we're trying to see what we can do for the people.
Yes, man, I respect that.
I'm not my mother, you know.
True.
But at the end of the day, we know that she alright.
That's the
That's
greatest.
the greatest thing.
Yeah, man, and yo, just keep up the good work, bro.
And just continue what you're doing, you know.
Respect, man.
Yeah, man.
Respect,
The
man.
word is love, in general. Alright?
One love, man. Here, sir.
Huh? No, not JPS, but we have work hand in hand. We depend on you. We have work hand in hand.
That is it. So here,
Yeah, man, it's have to pass. Alright.
one love, bro.
Yourself, man.
One love, man. And nice to meet you,
Some of the
bro.
videos for you now, but give me a number so we can...
Yeah, man. Take my number right now. So, guys, Jano, this is a scene where, you know, we'll never forget, bro. Black River get one of the terriblest hit. Look at even upon that tree over there, as me telling that tree, I look like somebody holy and just tear off every bark off of it. Jesus Christ. Man. Guys, we are showing up everywhere at Black River, so whosoever never really see the full video upon the ground, we're there upon the ground and we are showing you what go on. You get to me, I say? Yeah, man, see all over the sea over here, so I see push down the whole of them big stone I want to look on and everything. All them building there we used to over there, so seeing, look even upon a building there, so a concrete building that you know look on over there, so. And the breeze and the water tear down the whole over there, so. Guys, this is not normal, trust me. You know, we don't know when the people are going to recover. Walk on, G. But there, man, everything up. Why you say talk to me, man? Hold on. Why you talk to me, G? Walk on.
Nicholas, good morning. Would you like to unsubscribe or would you like us to block you? You got to answer quick. Would you like to unsubscribe, Nicholas? Or would you like us to block you? Come on, choose quick. You haven't got much time.
What?
Talk to me.
It's not a good look, my friend.
John, me general.
I tell us, it not look good.
And I'm not normal, man.
It's also the Black River's really stable. It not look good.
I'm my first day down here and trust me, the scene when I see on the video, I know me actually come on the ground, bro.
No, man,
Make me think different.
I see the video, when they chop on a video.
Yeah.
When I'm really forward down here, I see a different feeling.
Hear them, man. So how long since you're down here now?
Oh, you can all do what you want.
Oh, your first day today.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. I love when I get the place back up and running. It might have moved slow because a whole heap
move slow enough.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, man. So what's the man name?
No, sir, Mr. Williams, though.
All right, Mr. Williams.
Tell everybody to tune in to the thing.
That is it. All right, big up Mr. Williams. One love, bro. Blessings again here. Oh, yeah, man. All right. Blessings, my family. One love, man. My respect. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So link up again here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right.
As soon as we get some service, we send out.
Yes, man, no problem, man. Cause trust me, every scene right now, bro, me have people overseas that depend on me. Figure places just to show them what I go on, and for you, show me what I go on the ground, bro. It's a joy.
Yeah, man, we're there from Friday, no.
From Friday, you there on the ground.
Yeah, man, we're there from Friday, man.
So me there back with the mother again. The mother tell me same thing from Friday. So that means that you see everything what take place.
Everything, man, we pass dead people.
Say it again, brother.
As we say, we pass a dead man on the ground.
On the ground, like in a town, yeah, so.
Right up this one. All right, that yeah.
Journal.
Before the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
On our way, because we drive from St. Elizabeth.
Right.
And we start clear the road.
Don't say St. Elizabeth.
No, from Santa Cruz.
Sorry, from Santa Cruz.
Yeah, Santa Cruz, right.
Driving from Santa Cruz, come all the way down. Junction, St. Elizabeth.
Yes, Junction. Right.
So we drive on the way, coming to Top Hill, on the way, we clear roads, light pole, down poles and stuff.
Wow.
Sand in the road from the debris that wash from the sea.
So tell me something. So like the water now here now, it did rise over here or what?
It's swell from the sea, man. The ocean.
No, what I'm saying, like, I mean the road itself here, so when you come down here, like if it is full of water right off.
Here, so it's impossible. You see all these debris?
Yeah.
We clear all these. Remove them with the front end loader onto the embankment here.
Right.
And we have to remove some of these wires. This is the bank right here.
Yeah.
If you look inside, you can see the vault. From here, you can see the bank. Yeah, we could
See it, guys. Same I tell you about the whole of them there window they gone, completely gone out of the bank. Shit.
We couldn't have access to this point. We are the only recruit team.
Wow. In terms of dump and debris and everything.
And this area, because there was a whole lot of officers, police, and personnel on this side.
Wow.
Because of the bank.
But
Because of the
nevertheless,
bank also.
we have to proceed. We're cleaning up this concern.
Yeah.
Yesterday we just opened the road because it was impossible to pass
Wagwan family.
on that side.
Big up.
We
Yeah.
have access onto the hospital now, so
Right.
you can drive all the way onto Luana, where that Knutsford Express bus station is.
Right.
Right now, you have access. We're cleaning some exit and some entrance from the police station, so firefighters, first responders, ambulance can come through
Right.
this thoroughfare. But nevertheless, we're still working.
Yes, man. I'm doing a good job because based off of when we see on the videos them and to where we are seeing now. Trust me. You know it's a good look.
Everything man, no road never done, man.
No road.
road, man.
Jesus Christ.
Like, whoa, man.
Pass down that side and we have some stench. We're not sure if it's animal or a human being over there.
Still I smell some scent over there. What may I tell you?
We come up from this.
Jano. And family, thanks again, you know, brother.
It's not raining, but
Yes, man.
I hope everybody can reach out.
Jesus Christ, brother. The part where you say you see all dead body, boy,
Yeah,
may I
man,
tell
we
you.
pass the man and we
Oh
can-
my
we
God.
can-
According to Nicholas, I should use my platform to do good things to help the helpless. What I'm trying to do here, Nicholas, is to further explain to the people that Dr. Dawes' argument of the public health disaster looming, we have to warn the people that this is not so accidental, you see. Because if that dead man, days after the passage of Melissa, was in Black River and North Street, somebody pulled the rubble off him. So when the vlogger got there, days after, that body was still there. You think this has been politics? when the day after the hurricane, the Prime Minister toured Black River. The mayor of Black River was with the Prime Minister. The superintendent of Black River was with the Prime Minister. The Minister of Health was with the Prime Minister. The Minister of Agriculture and the MP, the constituency MP, and as well the former constituency MP, Dr. Tufton, was with the Prime Minister. Floyd Green and Dr. Tufton know Black River street by street, lane by lane. But none of those hierarchy knew that a dead body was on North Street. Coleridge Mentor, who was posting and going around all around Black River, throughout the rubbles of Black River, in the aftermath of Melissa, did not show us that body. And you think this is politics? If this is politics, there's no better time to play it out than now. Because what I'm not going to do is wait until 5 years after, when it's coming up to an election, we criticize Mr. Holness, Floyd Green, Dr. Tufton, Black River Police, and Black River Fire Station, and St. Elizabeth JDF of the dead body lying in Black River North Street days after Melissa. Where do you want us to have that conversation? And now, when the dead body are produced disease for further kill off more with people, now is the right time. Like, now is the right, like, you see, just like it's the right time for George Wright to thief the relief, the emergency relief. We're going to send Westmoreland people John Crow. Dog shit. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. I think he gets it. As dumb as he is, I think he gets it, you see. Because labor right is allowed to play politics with our life at the moment. To the point where them and Donald Trump, Florida University and the United Nations, plan to carry out land clearing Panway, and then blast way and then broke way up. The same argument where Dana advanced at the press conference. Prime Minister advanced it in a parliament yesterday. Should Black River be where it is, said the Prime Minister. Did you not hear him? Or a me one just walk and mind people business? Please, John Crows, you really don't have to stop at my page. You really don't have to stop at my page. There's so many pages that titillates your ego. There are so many places and pages that you would go to that would caress your ego and pick it up in their lap, wrap it in a blanket and hush it. Not over here, you see. Not over here, so. All right? You don't understand the meaning of being a rebel.
We can't touch him, we can't say what we can't say, we know him dead.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm going to ask if him dead, I'm going to video anything.
Yeah.
But we just know say that man dead.
Jesus,
dead,
peace.
We can't, but after a while,
Oh my God.
after us inform the police station and then them send
Yeah.
a hearse up that side to recover the body.
They informed the police station. They, Coleridge Mentor, while you were in Black River getting images for your Instagram, getting images for the Jamaica Constabulary Force Facebook, dead body, lifeless body, without dignity, laid there with everybody going to and fro. And we must not ask the question. We must not talk about it. God bless the vloggers. Because TVJ don't know about this. Me not hear about TVJ talk about this. Me not hear about Nationwide talk about this. Me not hear about CVM. Now nobody in the registered. We want to listen to how we tell the right side of the story, media. Me not hear them about this, yeah? Did hear about this? Because me never hear about this until me watch Conrad video. Nobody did know about this? Because certainly, my globalists them send a lot of things to me. Nobody did know about that dead body from the mainstream, from the police, from the government. And nobody in the authority don't send to that. Nobody did hear about it before. Last night, first me know about this. Last night, first, when me come across, as one of my globalists send me Conroy video. Last night. Me never hear about it before. Because me always hear say, people not dead, people not dead, people not dead. I'm in Brooklyn, many of us since yesterday collecting food. Me never hear about this till me see Conroy video. Swear to God.
So me said the funeral home was burned.
I am not sure. I saw some smoke yesterday from this side. I'm not sure exactly what was.
Right. Brown Funeral Parlor catch fire either Wednesday or Thursday. Either Wednesday or Thursday. I think, wasn't it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. Brown Funeral Parlor caught fire. So Conroy would have gotten to St. Elizabeth both Thursday, Friday. Remember, Melissa done by Tuesday night. Melissa done. Wednesday morning, everybody out of view everything. The Prime Minister got to St. Elizabeth Wednesday. All of them hierarchy that was in Black River on Wednesday. Wednesday, Conroy and Juba ends was in Santa Cruz and other communities. They got to Black River about Thursday, Friday. Dead body in that heat was still there. And we are playing politics. We're playing politics to be highlighting this thing. I think it was Thursday. Yes, I think, yeah, Thursday the funeral parlor. So if a Thursday the funeral parlor burned, Conroy reached a Black River Friday because the gentleman you said to Conroy, I see the fire yesterday. So Conroy would have get to Black River about Friday, so on, closer to the weekend. Dead body was in Black River. And we a couple hundred yards from the police station, couple hundred yards from the fire station. The same superintendent of Black River will go around the town and show you images. And they don't want to ask questions. We have a natural disaster and the government barely want to talk about dead bodies. When the communities are saying we have dead bodies in here and nobody now come from.
On that side, but I think the second person I heard say.
You may say that burned down.
That burned down, and that means probably our body the inside right and stuff like that.
It's a probability, I'm not sure.
Jesus
But
Christ.
if I might place the song, we have to do a light because we are going to again. Let me tell you, from current gun, the body them starts stink. Number one. You can't go up so much
But
generator.
Marcy here, me I go around say you know.
Alright, do your thing, man. Alright.
Yeah, take care. Go back, make a circle further down. Yeah, come in, yeah.
You're rough, brother, but that's...
You're rough, man. You're rough, man. Man, see all the bank here, so guys. You see a bank here?
Well,
Everything inside of this is bank here, man.
But you pull it.
Vault there, same way. Now look and see what's going on, guys.
This is the bank of... You know what's... How can I back? No, can I back?
See the vault here, so.
But the army
Well, I tell you everything
and
else
in
about
Black
bro.
River, formerly the workers.
Everything is so.
Police are so that I
I'm so glad. This is another so.
and those staff look crazy.
Police them they on the ground right through.
When I started getting
Oh, but you saw the courthouse though?
Then say we not to question it. We play politics for talk about dead body. When them a tell we say they don't have no fatality, your son, and no fatality there, so. There is dead body. There was dead body lying in Black River Town Center. And if Vlogger and Volunteer,
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
if Vlogger and Volunteer can see it, ask yourself the question, how is it that for days, no authority in Jamaica seen it? And we mustn't ask question about it because it's not the time to be political. It is time to be political when George Wright wants to steal. It's time to be political when even yesterday Andrea Perkins stole us. 6-7 days now, and we have not seen a government official in what? Eastern Hanover. But they say we must not talk about it because we're playing politics. We must suffer in silence by whatever this government throw at us. The tranny of the parliament is back. This is how you know these people have no heart. Before the election, the week before the election, Juliet Holness shut down the nation from asking questions in relation to the preparedness of Melissa. You would have think overnight it would possible for a bitch to grow hot. Suddenly we found out yesterday, not quite so. Because she came back to Parliament with the same thing. Now in Parliament, when you're asking a question under the Westminster democracy, you generally have the chance to frame your question because it is ours, the nation business, and not all of us are up to par with what is happening. So the reason for setting the context to your question before asking the question is so that the broad public outside of Parliament who may know what the issue you are referring to is, to have a clear understanding what you're referring to, what your question is based on. It gives context to your question so it doesn't confuse the public. Now, when you have in the sections of yesterday, when you have to make a statement of fact to frame your question, and you are told that no, you have to make the statement of fact in a question, that confuse a lot of the people out here because we are getting it as a question and not that he's making a statement of fact. The bitchering.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have a few questions. At the outset, nothing that I say is politically motivated. I guess when a politician is saying something, people naturally think it's political because it's coming from a politician.
Member, just straight to the question.
Madam Speaker, please. I have a mother that is in St. Anne. I don't have one in here.
Member, question.
I Andrea Perkins yesterday, also have to tell them, I will not be bullied. You would have thought that given the scenario that they are telling us not to play politics with, you would have thought that some grace, we would have seen a level of grace in our parliament yesterday, which gives MP the opportunity to speak candidly and fairly, particularly those who have the ravished community, who have not even seen support from government yet. But she come back with the same hard-faced harlot behavior.
Please,
Don't do that.
straight to the question, member.
Don't respond to that.
I am simply trying to set the context of what I'm saying by saying that nothing that I have to say here is politically motivated. It's a simple point.
No, but there's must have reason why people need the same because of all of
My first question, because I think we have to learn from what we do. My first question, in the preparation for the hurricane, when the initial allocation was made of $200 million, we were told that some of us constituencies were...
Globalists, when Juliette Holness start behave respectfully in my house, then I will behave respectfully to her. How I describe her is the behavior I see of her.
We're not included in that allocation of $200 million. We raised concerns because the system was bigger than the country, several times bigger, and clearly would have affected every parish. Looking at what happened, where Westmoreland was told that we're not a priority, and landfall was made in eastern Westmoreland, do we think that we have the appropriate mechanism in place to make the allocations for impending weather events like this?
Good question. Good question. Good question.
My second question. In the lead up again to the hurricane, we were told that the supplies would not get to the shelters until the system started and persons started going to the centers. Do you think that was the appropriate decision, seeing that we were preparing for a Category 5 hurricane, and naturally it would have caused disruption in access to get to the shelters? I could have made my points easier. Idea, an accurate count of the number of deaths that have occurred in Jamaica.
No.
Because based on my count from my own constituency, in the Darliston division, there are 12. In the Leamington division, 4. Betheltown division, 2. And 7 in the White House division, which is giving me 25. So do we have an accurate count as to the number of deaths that have taken place in the country? Do we believe that the response to retrieve the bodies was appropriate? Because we've had funeral homes that had to come for some, and the community...
No, here is where it gets confusing. Dayton is not asking a question here if the efforts to retrieve the body were adequate. He's making a statement that the retrieval of the body was woefully inadequate by the government. Because he couldn't make it as a statement, he has to ask it as a question, which confuses people. This is what this woman is doing to our parliament. We don't understand we are going in there, because this is not a question. He's making a statement. But because of how they are being muzzled, he has to frame it in a question.
Members are to bury others in eastern Westmoreland. So do we believe that the response has been adequate to pick up the bodies? In terms of the response of ministries, departments, and agencies, how do we go about making an assessment on how we deploy personnel from ministries, departments, and agencies to constituencies that are affected? Eastern Westmoreland is where landfall was made, a Category 5 hurricane, the eye of it, so that carries the eye wall, went across the constituency, starting in New Hope to Darlington to Betheltown, and then over into South St. James. Total devastation and destruction along the entire constituency. Do we believe that enough personnel from ministries, departments, and agencies have been mobilized for a constituency like this, which is in fact the actual ground zero of the hurricane? My next question: do we think that the condition that obtains in the shelters currently is adequate? The Maud McLeod shelter in Darlington, the persons there are sleeping on.
He's not asking if the shelter is adequate. This is a statement that it is woefully inadequate. There's nothing to sleep on. There's nothing to eat. There's no sanitary product for women and all of that. This is a statement, not a question.
The desk that are within the shelter, not one mattress is at the facility. Females are there that are having their monthly cycles without any form of supplies being given to that center. 3-month-old baby in the center. Do we think that sufficient work is being done in the centers, in the shelters that currently obtain? There are over...
What he's saying here, the work that's been done in the shelters are being woefully inefficient. That's what he's actually saying. But because he cannot say it like that, he has to frame it as a question. Do we believe that it was adequate enough, or that it confuses you?
By my estimation, at least 2,000 homes that are flat, not damaged. They are totally destroyed. The foundation is all that you see. Do we think enough is being done to provide shelter, food, and water for those persons who have been displaced? I'm encouraged, Prime Minister, by some of what you have said. I'm encouraged by some of what you have said. Not being unreasonable, I'm encouraged by some of what you have said. The establishment of the points by the JDF is something that is long overdue, so that we can have access points across the constituency where you can airlift supplies to and then distribute from there, and that we can get medical personnel in place. The hurricane itself and the destruction that it has caused is a high-stress environment. To be hypertensive, have high blood pressure, and be out of your medication in a high-stress environment is a recipe for disaster. It's a ticking time bomb. So those persons that are within Eastern Westmoreland that needs medical care, the centers have to be set up urgently in a way that the army can mobilize persons to the different communities so they can attend to persons. There are at least 3 communities that are still marooned. And at Grand Gala, we see soldiers rappelling from the helicopters. It can't be just practice. Now is the real thing. Beeston Spring, which are Beeston Spring, the 3 areas that are maroon, Beeston Spring and a community called Touch Valley. And there's another section there called Left Hall. And then you have Amity up in close to the border with South St. James. PM, my own assessment, and I'm not a specialist in this, but my own assessment, looking at the damage to the housing stock, is that I believe that the only thing that I see that can quickly deal with it is the containerized housing solutions that come anywhere between 3,000 to 4,000 US landed and erected.
Member, do you have any more questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
Okay, please,
yes,
member.
Yes, I do.
Please, member, questions.
What is the possibility of us as a country putting a program together that will see us being able, and I'm sure the other members from Westmoreland will speak for themselves, but and surrounding areas, because Northwest St. Elizabeth is in the same category, you know. So it's not a political point that I am making, because the damage there is just as bad. What is the possibility of us being able to implement a program quickly where we can get some of those units erected, so at least we can get that mother from under the tarpaulin with her children? That is the current situation in Belmont and Bluefields and elsewhere across the constituency. We also need, if you want me to ask it as a question, when will we be able to have some repair done to the gas station facilities, so that when somebody says to me they are coming from Kingston, I don't have to ask them to bring me low sulfur so that I can drive? When will we have some facility in place that persons can get access to fuel, so that they can, even the elected officials, that they can actually go to the communities? Madam Speaker, I have nothing but concern for the people that I represent. I don't care who they voted for. Not my concern at this time. I'm talking about the people and how they are currently living. Anybody who doubts what I am saying, take a trip for yourself. And if it doesn't cause you to have tears, then you are not human. Anybody that doubts what I'm saying, take a trip for yourself. If you think that I am just here grandstanding, take a trip for yourself and have a look at the situation. It is a total and complete disaster in eastern Westmoreland, and this is a cry for help.
Member from Westmoreland Central. So 2 mics. Member from St. Andrew East, please do not turn your mic off.
Thank you. Madam Speaker.
Members, for those persons who have turned their mics on, it would be very good to put them up because then it's easier to see that your mic has been turned on. Thank you.
All right, Madam Speaker. My first question is with regards to the health system. There was mention of the hospital.
Right, you remember Dwayne Vaz told us of the things that were stolen yesterday by George Wright. The relief for the people of Central Westmoreland was stolen by George Wright. The relief that is organized by Pernell Charles's office was given to the former JLP and not to the constituency MPs whose office it ought to have been coordinated through.
And what we've done to the public hospitals that were damaged. But I'm asking if there's any consideration for the health centers, especially in the remote areas, because it's still difficult for persons to travel from those areas to the Savlamar Hospital, for example. So places like Williamsfield, places like Cornwall Mountain, that the centers have been really devastated, destroyed significantly. We were wondering if anything will be put in place, like, for example, makeshift tents, for example, and the staffing will still be there to accommodate these people so they don't have to come to the South Hospital that you already know has been burdened before the disaster, much less after the disaster. So we're asking for some consideration there. My second question is regards to the container houses. The member from Eastern had mentioned it, but I just want to know if there will be an actual allocation per constituency, especially in those areas that were damaged so badly. Westmoreland is known for wooden structures, and you would have imagined those of you who would have been there would have seen the devastation. Thousands of houses were destroyed. We know we won't be able to fix everybody's house, but we're asking, for example, in these constituencies like Westmoreland Central, Westmoreland Eastern, Westmoreland Western, for example, so all the constituencies that were severely damaged, if there will be a special allocation for those constituencies that we know had these wooden structures and naturally would have suffered more than other constituencies that don't have so many wooden structures. And if so, with the construction of these, will it be a centralized thing where they are constructed one place and sent down? Or will we have contractors in different areas so this process can be speeded up instead of us waiting on one particular person to make all of these, which would definitely take a longer time. My next thing, the Prime Minister mentioned that he's waiting on the road bill, which we all know is a serious thing. But what I'm asking, if there has been any deployment of the NWA team to identify emergency areas. So for example, in the Froome area, the road has severely been compromised where the bridge at Ricketts River is. Part of the road is gone. So the bridge is now severely compromised and we don't know if it can collapse at any point in time. So we're asking if a team has already been deployed to actually identify the emergency areas, because those areas will have to be looked at even before you get the total road bill for where the damage is expected to be. And my last question is with regards to distribution of the food packages. I know the Prime Minister stated earlier in his presentation that there is no intent from the government to have any unfair or politicize anything. But there was a situation today in Westmoreland, and even after I spoke to the minister, the minister reached out to me this morning to let me know that an helicopter was coming down with food supplies from the ministry. And after the helicopter came, there was total chaos down there. What I can tell you is that before the helicopter came, the former MP and his team was there with trucks and stuff. There are videos of everything being loaded basically in those things. So the thing you're trying to avoid by not politicizing it, it actually played out today. The minister had no part in it based on my conversations with him because he directly spoke to me. And I had a team who went there. But the staff, I don't know where the communication came from. But what we realized happened that somebody obviously communicated with the former member of parliament. I am not there obviously today because I'm here. And what really happened is that that distribution today has now been labeled as being political. because everybody who went there would have seen that form of politics being played out today. So what we're trying to avoid, just as what you said, actually played out in Central Westmoreland today. So what I'm asking is, going forward, how do we decide on how we do this type of distribution? Because one, if you go to one place and everybody comes there, there's going to be chaos. So naturally, if a helicopter is coming, one, you're going to need enough police and soldier presence there. And what we would want to know is that we ensure that the coordination is there, where we know exactly what is coming, where we're going to collect it. So if the MP is in charge, we will coordinate with the local team at the ministry, at the NIS office. We'll speak to the manager, for example, work out the way how we'll distribute, because somebody has to lead it. And in this case, you have to trust the member of parliament to say we're not going to send it only to PNP communities, but we are Jamaicans, and we will be distributing it equally across every community that we know needs assistance. So we have no problem in working out all of those things, but we don't want it, what happened today, to ever happen again, because as I said, it left a bitter taste in the mouths of many of the citizens. Persons have been calling me since I've been here. I'm always on the phone, people texting me, asking me, what is really happening here? Because as I said, what would have showed up today, it would seem as if the former MP, who is now the caretaker, was the person who was in charge today on spot for the distribution of the items. And we don't want that to be in the thoughts of the people, because we know that is supposed to be the case. So going forward, I'm asking, how are we going to do these things differently so we don't have a repeat of what happened today? So those are my questions.
I'm going to also go to Andrea Perkis. I think it's Andrea Perkis, is it not? I'm going to also go to her bit yesterday as well, before we go to a few questions from Dr. Dawes. But them say we don't have to play politics. Andrew Holness, nah, make nobody help him with this thing. Him say him wanna spoil it. Andrew said, make me one spoil everything.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for allowing us to speak. I come here today with a heavy heart and burdened by the devastation that I left behind.
Just to
Hanover.
introduce you, member from Hanover Eastern.
Thank you. I am disappointed that efforts were made to get information with regards. I have questions. The questions are coming, but it is indeed important that I make it the public and the Eastern Hanover citizens be aware that efforts were made and pleas were made for help.
So, member, in keeping with the standing orders, what you could do is to phrase it as a question.
I have questions.
You phrase your statement in questions, right?
I would like to know, if the Prime Minister is aware that Eastern Hanover was badly hit by Melissa. It is a valid question.
Members, please allow.
My question.
Members, please allow the member from Hanover Eastern to ask her questions.
I don't want to be bullied, respectfully. I don't want to be bullied. It is important that I say what I'm saying. I have made efforts. I sent messages to Minister Charles. None of my messages were answered. However, this morning, representatives from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security are in Hanover. We have not received anything from government as yet. We have marooned communities. With regards to the Prime Minister's statement, nothing was mentioned about those marooned communities. Communities like Chigwell, where the water is rising. Communities like Forest, Chester Castle, Lethe, Cops, and earlier I received a message that persons are marooned in New Mills. So it is indeed important that before I get to my questions, I lay these facts down. My questions are, when can we expect food and medical relief for Eastern Hanover? When can we expect air relief to residents of Chester Castle and New Mills, and also in the forest area where people are moving around on boats? Thank you.
Yeah, all of these are actually happening while we are told, don't be political. And Colonel Charles waited until the day when Miss Perkins was going to Parliament, almost a week after the passage of Melissa, before Charles is even respond, before Charles even sent anybody from his ministry down there. Don't play politics, they say. This is not the time for it. We should all be pulling together and uniting. Shouldn't it be with the government and the opposition? They should set the tone for us. We, all of us, have seen the division at the top because wholeness is a hegemon of the disaster. Everything must coordinated and fingered over by the Prime Minister. Let's listen to Dr. Dawes' question.
Prime Minister, thank you for that presentation. I have 3 questions. One, can you confirm that 6 field hospitals were donated to Jamaica during COVID recently? Can you confirm the status? 6 field hospitals were donated to Jamaica or built by the government. Can you, this was just a few years ago, can you comment on the status of these hospitals, if they, including the 3 from U.S. Southern Command, which are completely mobile, are up, disassembled, destroyed, or returned? And if we have field hospitals in Jamaica now, why aren't we deploying them immediately to the disaster areas rather than waiting for a shipment from Spain? Thanks.
Thanks, Member.
And then they would want us to run around and say, this government is doing fine. This government has everything under control. It is something that we have never experienced before. So take your time with the government, they say. A government whose wife is even blocking us from making statements and asking questions. A government who has only catered for members of the Jamaica Labour Party. A government who's starving the people of the MPs of money to really cater to the disaster. A government that refuses to speak about the dead body over the country and a looming cholera and dengue disease to come. That government, they say, we must not be political. But everything that guided this, from the blast onwards to the handling of it, isn't it all been politics? I don't see your Prime Minister being humble and say this is the time for us to put our political differences aside and work as Jamaicans, as government and opposition, leading as how the Caymans have presented themselves to us in the aftermath of Melissa, opposition and government. Don't criticize, they say. This is really not the time for it. When would you want us to ask these questions? After the wounds have been healed? Or do you want answers with raw, open wounds? Those are my questions. Where? My final question, Prime Minister. Where is the land? The land for the new city of Black River and the South Coast tourism you spoke about. It's important. It is of paramount importance. Now that the Prime Minister and Dana is saying, We have to look at if Dana said we have to look at if the people next to the sea can build back next to the sea or they will have to build somewhere else. The Prime Minister said, should Black River really be there or should Black River be somewhere else? Pussy Hole, it named Black River because it sits right at the mouth where the river and the sea meets. The city sits at the mouth of the river. So if you can't go anywhere else, Prime Minister, it can't name Black River. It nago can't name so. You cannot create a Black River without the historical Waterloo building that first brought hydroelectric to Jamaica. You just cannot do that. What haven't you already demolished our history, Prime Minister? Waterloo is lying in its ruins. Parish Church is lying in its ruins, Prime Minister. All those historic buildings you spoke about in Black River when you came to Black River in July, Prime Minister, they're either lying in ruins or being scorched by the environmental atmospheric blasts prepared by the Americans, sign off, handed to you by the United Nations for their land clearing SGD, and you have to sign off on it. And an attempted murder, not an attempted murder, a murder was carried out against us, but you wanted to murder the entire community. That was the reason why the mandatory evacuation was so late. And if Desmond McKenzie never asked for it, you were never even going to grunt a word about it. And a whole community this morning would have been buried in the sea, which all of them, Prime Minister, all of them would have been my family members. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning on Global TV. Anytime anybody asks on anything, ask them on what land. Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Come, Rastafari. Come with us. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make God what I seen him. Make him and throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him and throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What the prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.